Hey, what's up? My name is J.M. Chaley and welcome to my channel. This video is for what I promised to do, which was reveal the cover to the Unlife of Lisa Cooper anthology, and that's what I'm here to do. So the first book in a 3-book series is going to be called The Unlife of Lisa Cooper Conviction. And Conviction is the anthology of all of the episodes in the Unlife of Lisa Cooper Kindle Vella series, all 40 episodes. So without further ado, this is the cover. I mean, this is a cover reveal video, right? I'm just, it's happening. You know, I'm so excited and I'm happy with the cover. I'm pumped up about this book so much. I can't even tell you. My Kindle Vella journey started sort of as just sort of like a whimsical kind of like, let me try this new platform type of thing. I was in the middle of querying a novel and which is something I need to get back to after some revisions. But in the downtime that I had while I was querying, I wanted something to do. Like I wanted to write something. I mean, I didn't want to just write writer's prompts and do all those things. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's a good way to keep up your chops. But I wanted to create something solid, something that I could actually publish. And Kindle Vella was something I had looked at off and on, and I thought, maybe this. And I came up with the idea of the Unlife of Lisa Cooper. Lisa, of course, was this character I had in my head since the early 90s. She was a vampire role-playing game character, Vampire the Masquerade character I had. And I thought, let's bring her to life. Let's tell her story that I had, told on, a tabletop role-playing games. Bring her story into the series with a little bit of embellishment and my own, flair and take on things. And I took her on a kind of a different trajectory, I think. When I first thought of Lisa as a character, as a vampire character, she was based, I don't want to say based, but inspired by Louis from Interview with the Vampire. Because before I had read Interview with the Vampire, I feel like I was only exposed to two types of like archetypes of vampire characters. One was mostly in the horror genre, which is kind of the monster you have to destroy. And the other was sort of this badass, kick-ass vampire protagonist who was, all cool with the powers and stuff, whether it be in comics or novels or movies. The kick-ass vampire that just, embraced what they were and used their powers for, anti-hero stuff or whatever. And Louis from Interview with the Vampire was someone who struggled with his condition. He didn't like it. I don't think. He fed off of like rats and stuff like that to avoid going after people, and I thought that struggle was very, very interesting because I'd never seen it before. Someone that looked at the vampirism and said, "This is awful." I want to see the sun. I want to go outside and see the sun, and I don't want to hurt people anymore, and I want to be human. I want to live, and I thought that's the story, And I had friends that had read more of Anne Rice's books than I had at the time, and said, "Oh yeah, Louis sucks. He's boring. You don't want that. Lestat is the guy you want. He kicks ass. He's awesome." And I'm like, I don't know. He seemed like a real jerk in Interview with the Vampire. I'm like, no, because it's from Louis' point of view. He's supposed to be the jerk, right? And so I went on to read Vampire Lestat after that, and I was kind of like, I'm not into this guy the way I was with Louis, And I don't know, that just stuck with me. And then around rolls Vampire the Masquerade, the role-playing game. And this whole setting was gritty and dark. Roll humanity, roll conscience, roll conviction and self-control and all this kind of stuff. Because if you fail, you're going to go into a frenzy and you're going to do all these terrible things. You're going to lose control. And I thought, you know what this setting needs? Is someone like Louis from Interview with the Vampire. And that's the kind of character I wanted to make. Someone that looked at this sort of, world of darkness and said, no, I don't want to. And so that's kind of what Lisa's deal is. And the story, Conviction, really is about her conviction to her moral compass, her principles, her ethics, what have you, and the consequences of that. And she's a vampire that's over 150 years old, and she is not as powerful as she should be because she has kind of held her curse off at bay. And that has caused her to sacrifice a great deal of power. And it can be dangerous to be a vampire that's so old and not sort of up to snuff. And when, shit starts hitting the fan, the question is she going to have enough power? Is she going to be able to protect the people that she cares about? And that's the question. So the story of Conviction is kind of taking this vampire who struggles to maintain the remnants of the woman that she was in life and gets pretty good at doing that, but there are consequences to those actions. So the book comes out October 6th, 2023, and it is going to be available wherever books are sold. I'm going through Ingram Spark, so it's a print-on-demand service. So that means you can walk into a Barnes & Noble, and you may not find it on the shelf, but you can walk up there and say, hey, I want a copy of this book, and they'll get it for you because Ingram Spark will print on demand. They'll put in an order, print it, send it to your bookstore, whether it's Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, whatever bookstore it is. You go in and you pick up your book. Of course, it's also going to be available on Amazon, and it is going to be available on paperback, hardback, and ebook. And you can get the ebook in any platform you want as well. I'm going through draft to digital, so you're going to have the ebook available anywhere that ebooks are available. So if you want it on your Kindle Fire or your Nook or your Apple something or other, whatever you got, I have you covered. There you go. So yes, October 6th, The Unlife of Lisa Cooper, the anthology novelization, Conviction is the subtitle. There is going to be 3 books in this series. The subsequent sequel to this book will be released as a novel. I will not be doing a Kindle Vella series on the sequel. And the reason for that is because of how I wanted the story structure to go and the story shapes. My writing style when I do a series is different than if I'm writing a chapter book because of the way I like to end each episode to keep you coming back for the next episode in the next week. Whereas the chapter, turn the page, there's your instant knowledge of what happens next. It's a different method of providing information to the reader, providing story to the reader. And I wanted the delivery of a full novel all at once. Here you go. Here's the whole damn thing. So that's the reason why the second book will be a novel. But I'm getting ahead of myself because that's not even, I'm still outlining that. So October 6th, The Unlife of Lisa Cooper, Conviction, the anthology of the 40-episode Kindle Vella series. I'm so excited for this. There's going to be a live stream on October 6th. It's a Friday, so keep an eye out for that. There'll be announcements of when that's going to be, and there'll be games and prizes. The launch itself, I'm really hoping that you join me. I would love to see you there. Yeah. Wow. I mean, zit. A physical copy of the book. That is, or an ebook, but still, it'll be a thing you can hold. Wow. Okay. So that about wraps it up. I'm so excited about this. I hope you join me on October 6th for my live stream. I hope you enjoy this story that I've poured my heart into and I love so much. Every time I reread it, even if it's just for edits or proofreading, whatever, it hits me with all the feels every single time. And I hope you enjoy reading this book as much as I enjoyed writing it. So that about wraps it up. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.